Welcome to the Sacred Success Summit, where you access the secrets to sacred success and become even more of the goddess you've always known you were. Your host for this session is Samantha Ka'awa. Samantha is a best-selling author, keynote speaker, and esteemed marriage coach, recognized for her counterculture approach to transforming relationships. Samantha has been featured on TEDx, Fox, ABC, CBS, and other international publications and podcasts. Co-creator of this summit, Samantha, is eager to introduce another inspirational guest. Take it away, Samantha.
So I am so thrilled to introduce Tracy Rickards. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Tracy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes. Well, let me formally introduce you to everyone here watching and joining us right now. So Tracy Rickards is your freedom facilitator for Fempreneurs. Ooh, I love that term. As the founder of Sassy Success Business Club, she mentors and teaches business, social media, and personal skills for new and struggling entrepreneurs. Her signature online memberships help coaches and transformative practitioners get a clear and inspired path to create financial and emotional fulfillment. Her secret sauce is emotional clearing, beliefs unlimited, and hypnotherapy to seal your business and your personal success. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Tracy.
Well, since you put it that way, that sounds pretty awesome.
Right? That was amazing. We're so thrilled to have you on our stage. So before we get into this, because Tracy is actually going to be she's going to be myth busting, creating your coaching business online, a heart-centered approach. And that's what we're going to be discussing in a minute. But before we go there, Tracy, can you share with us your story, a little bit about your story, like how you got from, where you were to today and being an expert in this area?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I come from a really sexy background of being a financial controller and accountant.
I love it.
Right. And then people that would get to know my personality and they're like, you're an accountant? I don't think so. You're probably like a pom-pom cheerleader or pole dancer or something like that. And so I was clearly not aligned between my personality and what I did for a living. And so, yeah. And I was really starting to feel that, because working alone as a financial controller all day long, I don't know if you're getting it from my personality, being alone was just like not the place for me to be.
Yeah.
So then I decided, well, I got to look for what's my passion? What's my purpose? Where am I meant to be?
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you make that transition?
Right. Yeah. And how did you do that? Well, you did that. So not how, because we're going to get into that in a minute, but like where are you at now? Like, what is this? Yeah. Tell us, land us here. How did you get here?
Well, one of the things that was always a passion for me was marketing. And I was always like, even one of those kids back in the day that ordered those little anything that you could out of a mail order catalog. And
yes, yeah, I remember those.
Language and the verbiage and it sounded all exciting, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of thought I would dabble in digital marketing and kind of went into like the multi-level marketing side of life.
Okay.
But it's not really successful there because of how my belief system was structured. Nice. And so what I found over the course of just trying things was that my passion was really in helping other people to find their passion and to succeed.
Nice.
That's where the coaching side of me came together with the creative side to be able to go into digital marketing, copywriting, and being more of a creative rather than accountant stuck under, troll under the stairs.
That's so night and day, right? Like behind the scenes and right front smack and center in everyone's faces. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I
I know.
love that. I love your story. Okay, well, now that you're here and that you have found your success and now you're helping other people do so, let's jump straight into it. What is this first myth that you were wanting to share with our audience today around creating our coaching businesses online?
Well, it's been the toughest go to choose only three. To
Yeah,
choose
right?
There's just so much out there, right? So
Yeah.
much out there. And so let me tell you some of the big mistakes that I made. One of the big mistakes that I made was I was told, well, what you need to do is, rather than creating a business, is to like jump first and build your
Mhm.
parachute on the way down.
Oh yeah, totally heard that and done that. I did it.
Right,
It
right.
wasn't fun all the time. No.
Right. How did that feel? Right.
Right. Scary. It's definitely scary. And yeah, it's not recommended for most. Although it's told to most people to do, right? Yeah.
It absolutely is. And I heard another speaker talking about the jump first and build your parachute later
Yeah.
on. But what it does, it does a couple of different things. So not only does it put you in a position of where, okay, I've gone out and told the world I'm doing this thing, but now I don't even know how.
Mhm.
Now what I can see that pop up, yeah, imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
fear. And what does that do in your body? Raises your cortisol levels. And
Mhm.
what happens when your cortisol levels are raised? Well, actually, when emotions and hormones go up, our intelligence actually goes down. So it actually
Mm,
impedes our own ability to do what
right.
we're trying to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our emotions, if we're in fear, will shut down our executive functioning, right? So yeah, that makes total sense that when we're putting ourselves in that state, we're not going to be the most creative or expressive or all of those things. Okay, I like where you're going with this. Nice.
only that, it spirals into, one of the first failures that comes and slaps you in the face. And
Mhm.
then what do we do? Like, it's no wonder that we stand in our own way and hold ourselves back.
Right. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And yet it's not told to the world,
It
right?
is.
The world is told to just do it, do the darn thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Well,
what are we doing instead? What do we need to do instead, Tracy?
what we need to do is we need to have like kind of a loose structure. So
Mm-hmm.
I was also listening to someone else that was talking about planning and how planning can kind of hold us back.
Yeah.
But my philosophy is we need to have a plan, but a flexible, loose, flowy plan. So
Yes.
for me, it helps having that structure and that boundary that holds me safe, but it's more like inside of a balloon where you've got room to move and room to grow, but you still have that structure that's holding you there, keeping you away from fear, keeping you away from quitting, keeping you away from cortisol levels, and keeping away from self-judgment.
Yeah. So it is important to have not necessarily a like a solid nailed down plan, but I'm hearing for you like a structure. It's important to have that structure, that balloon that is surrounding ourselves so that, we when we bump too far this way or bump too far that way, right? We we stay centered. We stay in alignment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice.
And that's
Nice.
probably that
Okay.
accounting brain coming out of me, right? Right,
Yeah.
the left brain, the right brain. I've got kind of a combination, and they used to just collide between
Mhm.
each other. And now I found a way to sort of, marry the two and be able to use more of my brain fully for more of,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, okay, I have a follow-up question to this really quick before we get into the next one is how do people, because I know we don't have time to answer the how, but what will people need to look for to create that structure? Like how do they know which structure to get into?
Well, and that's what I'm going to help with, because as my background, financial controller for a $30 million company, I learned a thing or two about companies and structures. So I
Nice.
bring that in. But really, one of the things that you want to look for is, I think with the really high ticket people, what
Yeah.
they what they teach is they
Yeah.
teach lot of just do it. Just like, override your fears. Just take action. So
Take
that actually
action.
brings me to the number 2 myth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell me more. Yes.
So just take action. Like this is kind of more like the bro marketing kind of thing. And it's easier for men to function within that, because they tend to have a lot higher masculine energy.
Yes, masculine energy, exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot easier for them to override their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
All men are like that, or all women are in their emotion. But when we just take action and override our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our fears, again, we're setting ourselves up for imposter syndrome, fear, failure, and then not living the dreams and the life that we want to live, right?
Yes.
What I teach instead is take action, but taking the right action.
Okay.
It's much like if you're baking a cake.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like the easy bake oven kind of way of doing things.
I like it. I can do easy bake. Yes, let's go.
Yeah. Well, imagine for a moment we're gonna bake a cake.
Okay.
Get the bowl, and we throw in the flour, and we throw in the sprinkles, and then we stir it up. We put it in the oven. We take it out, and then we put on the eggs.
Uh-huh. Oh, that won't work.
No, no,
No,
that won't work.
that would be an egg yolk flour.
Yes, and you might jump to the wrong conclusion and think that you're a bad baker, or you'll make it as a baker.
Right.
Or this baking thing is just not for you.
Yeah.
But what you're missing is just the recipe.
I like that.
Time in the right order.
Yes. And you love, I'm guessing that this is something that you love to share with people, is to make sure that they're they have the ability to stay creative, but they're in this structure of, well, you have to do this first before, you have to do A before B, right? Otherwise you're putting the flour before and then baking it and then the egg after it comes out of the oven, which will never create the results you want.
Or putting the sprinkles in before you put it in the oven.
They'll be all melted.
Yeah. So one of the things is, create your website. Go spend thousands of dollars on setting up this, setting up that, getting your branding, all that.
Yeah.
That is like throwing the sprinkles in the bowl.
That's such a great analogy. And it's so true. I have so many people tell me that. They're like, well, my website's not done yet. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not getting you any clients. Like working on it in the back end does not get you any clients, right? And that's, I think, okay, so here's something I want to like bring up for this one. So many people think that they need to do their website first, right? And when we tell them you don't need your website, the message that they receive is to jump out of the airplane without the parachute. But that's not true, right? Like you're saying that you don't need the sprinkles in the pan before you bake it. You can sprinkle it at the end. But that's not jumping in and jumping off out of a plane without a parachute, right? That's what you're saying.
Most definitely not. Most definitely not. Yeah. I can tell you about one really big mistake I made. It's $8,000 mistake.
Okay.
When I still had my old job and I had the money to invest.
Yeah.
I the high ticket guru and she's like, yeah, we can help you do your business like right now. And I was in such pain from being stuck in a job that I hated. I laid out this $8,000 really quick. And what we found was that we're trying to build my website, trying to build my lead magnets, trying to build all the stuff when I didn't even have clarity around what my business was, what my service was, or even what kind of dream I had for my life.
Wow. Yeah. And that's definitely premature. Like you can't build a business with no vision as to what you really want to create, right? It needs to have some shape or form in our mind. I encounter that so often as well, where entrepreneurs are like, well, I'm just going to apply their strategy and work on their clients, right? They'll teach me what to do and who to market to. And I'm like, no, we need to find your clients and your message, right? I love that. And I love that in your title, you talk about this heart-centered approach. Like, this is it.
This is it.
Right? That
Yeah.
inside out work and building the business the right way. This is the right way. We got to go find that first. Okay. So take us in. Go ahead.
I'm using what I call a dream builder's formula.
Nice.
And so we're going to start right from, what is your dream life? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to be like? And we have this thing where our working class, how it's set up now, we find a job and then we make our life work around our job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be nice to have our work around our life?
Yes. Oh, look at that. Yes.
You feel that, right?
That sounds amazing. Yes, absolutely. I remember when I made that shift, because it was like, wait a minute, like I'm focusing more on my business and my job than I am my family. And no, that seems backwards, right? So yes.
Yes, yeah, I was a single mom with 3 kids at the time, and the sole source of income. And so I was stuck. It's like, that's what I call the golden handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel stuck and you've got no other way. And so what I'm doing is I'm building a way for women to make that transition, that it takes a little bit of time and very little money when you're bootstrapping and when you're getting started, helping to lay those foundations, get the recipe, get the right ingredients, and get them in the bowl in the right order.
I love that. Okay. So what is your third myth that we want to share today with the audience?
That is, fake it till you make it.
Nice.
It's already been said here today.
It has. So that is the myth though, right? I'm hearing that fake it till you make it is not the way to do it.
That's right. Fake what?
Okay.
Be who, be what? Which person should you choose to fake yourself being like? Which mask do you want to choose? Because a lot of people out there, what you're seeing is their mask that they've put on.
Right.
And they're the ones telling us to jump out of the damn plane without a parachute. What kind of advice is that? And also, you gotta go high ticket or else it's not of value.
Yeah.
And that's just not true. I call bullshit on that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. It's people putting on a persona, telling other people to put on a persona. And then it's like, where does all of our authenticity go?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
I spent a lot of hours with my hypnotherapy clients undoing all the stuff that's stuck.
Yeah.
Not just in our mind with our belief structures that have been created, but with those emotions and that trauma stuff that lives in our body. Because we've experienced not living our true authentic self. We've experienced being shut down, when we're showing emotion. Did you happen to notice that people apologize for being emotional only when they're crying?
Yes. Well, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, look at me. I'm emotional right now. I'm not crying yet.
Yeah. And yet we apologize for that. Right.
That's right. We're all emotional creatures walking around in all kinds of different emotions. And if we can get the right recipe and get the things handled in the right order, wow, what would it be like if we could all just be ourselves without all that, programming and trying to be someone we're not?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, this is the premise of this whole summit, was for all of you to pull out your authentic voices and share your messages with our audience, because we didn't want the cookie cutter everyday, step 1, 2, 3 type of summit from every speaker. We wanted like the Tracy sprinkles. We wanted to hear the authentic voices of of these amazing, including yourself, experts in these fields. So yes, I totally back that up and completely agree with what you're saying. Okay, so what I want us to share right now is your amazing gifts that you have for our audience today. So your free gift, Sassy Success Passion, Sassy Success is your overarching business, right? So Passion to Profit Planner is really what you're sharing with us today. So can you tell us, really briefly what that is? What are they going to get with that?
Yeah, so the Passion to Profit Planner is really less of a planner and more about the passion part. It's a 12-step formula, so it's your recipe to put things in the right order so that you can build a life and a business that you love. It's the foundation. If we don't have a correct foundation, how are we gonna build a masterpiece of a cake, right?
Yes.
Yeah, foundation. And not only the planner, but also an invitation to join my free group.
Nice. I love that, with more support. And this is exactly what we were talking about, the structure. This is to help them find the right structure and, go in the right order. Will help them with the recipe. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Nice. Okay, so go ahead and click that. That's the free gift. Everyone gets that. So make sure you claim your gift, because it doesn't just automatically pop in your inbox. You need to claim it so that Tracy can send it to you. Okay, and then you also have a VIP gift for our VIP ticket holders. So if you're not a VIP ticket holder, go get your ticket right now. There's a link in the chat. So tell us a little bit about this 30-day complimentary membership to your Business Startup Accelerator program.
Yes.
Or membership. Is that a membership? Membership.
It's a membership, yeah. So along with the group, which is Q&A with me and the planner,
Nice.
the group also entails a membership site with all the things that you're going to need to build your business. So it includes roadmaps to follow, video training, worksheets, journals, and also when we get to build your business, you're going to need social media and messaging. So I've got social media templates, help with copywriting, help with making headlines, and also deep discounts on anything else that I create that's new. There's a lot on the pipe.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tracy. I know our time is up, but to be continued. We will connect and share more later. Thank you, Tracy.
Can't wait.
Thank you for joining us for another amazing session on the Sacred Success Summit. For more information or to apply to be a speaker at one of our upcoming events, email our team at breakthrough@clarityconfidenceconnection.com. Now, tune in to another transformational speaker.